Hello, District 87 remote learning families. The U.S. Department of Education continues to expect every public school system in the country to administer federally mandated standardized tests to their students. This includes the Access Test, the Illinois Assessment for Readiness, and the Illinois Science Assessment. These tests can only be administered while students are on site. We encourage all parents to consider sending their children to school to take the tests that apply to them. District 87 will continue to follow all Illinois Department of Public Health guidelines, including 6-foot distancing, wearing masks, temperature checks, and other safety precautions. The state tests we are required to administer this school year are the same tests that we have administered each year. They include the Access Test, which needs to be taken by English learners, and the test will require 4 days of being on site. Kindergarten EL students are only required to be on site 1 day for testing. The Illinois Assessment for Readiness is taken by students in grades 3 through 8th, and it will require 5 or 6 days of those students being on site to complete this assessment. The Illinois Science Assessment is only completed by students in grades 5 and 8, and it requires 1 day of being on site. So I'll go over a few scenarios. If you are a 2nd grade EL student, you'll have to be on site for 4 days to complete the Access Test. If you are a 3rd grade English learner, you'd have to be on site 4 days for the Access Test and an additional 5 or 6 days to complete the IAR assessment for a total of 9 or 10 days. If you are a 5th grade non-EL student, you'll have to be on site 5 or 6 days for the IAR assessment and another day for the Illinois Science Assessment for a total of 6 or 7 days. The testing window for all assessments is from April through May 2021. However, students will not test every day during the testing window. Specific testing schedules will be provided to parents by your child's school after this survey window has closed on Wednesday, April 7th, and we know which students will be coming on site for testing. So the 2 questions that we need all of our remote parents to answer for their remote students are: will you send your student on site to complete their standardized assessments? Yes or no? If you are eligible for District 87 transportation, will you use District 87 transportation to get your child to and from school on their testing days? Yes or no? As always, thank you for your continued partnership with District 87 and your flexibility as we move forward. Do not hesitate to reach out to your school principal if you have any questions. Continue to stay safe and connected. Now, I am logged into a Parents Skyward Family Access account. To complete the survey, you'll have to click on the Fill Out Online Form and your student's name, or click on Online Forms and click on Fill Out Form next to each of your students. Now remember, this is a student form, so if you have 3 students that attend a District 87 school, you have to complete this form 3 times. So click on the word Fill Out Form. Then I recommend clicking on View Full Screen. And then this is the letter that I just read over. You'll have to answer question 1 and say yes or no. You'll have to read question 2 and say yes or no. Once both question 1 and 2 are answered, you'll have to click on Complete Step 1 Only. Then on the right-hand side, click on Step 2, Complete Remote Testing Survey. And then you must click on Submit Remote Student Testing Survey. I'm not going to click on Submit because I don't want to submit this survey for this student. Then you will have to complete this survey process for each of your students that attend a District 87 school.